This week from Dexter, Michigan, we are having Bam Biere. Bam Biere. It's a farmhouse ale from Jolly Pumpkin Artisan Ales. Yeah, it's a It's a saison golden ale. It's got 42,000 reviews, which is pretty impressive. And why is the camera obnoxiously bright on this screen? They use the same camera source. It feels like I'm washed out. There. How would we do that? That's better. It's because I'm looking at a white screen. That's really what it is. So yeah. Bam Biere. 4.5%. Should be a very easy to drink decent beer. I hope it's a decent beer. It has a lot of ratings. Let's crack it open. Let's try it. Ouch. That one hurt my hand. Wow, it smells very sour. And it smells like a pilsner, actually. Not sour, it smells crisp. Yeah, it smells like a pilsner. Let's see. Last time we streamed, I've had a couple beers since then. I had a very good, on Labor Day, I had a very good cucumber pilsner. That was fantastic. Like one of the most refreshing beers I've ever had. Then we went to a brewery with my parents yesterday. Had an Oktoberfest. I really enjoyed it. And we've had a couple more. I don't really remember what they are, but you can follow me on Untappd and figure out what they are. So let's take a look at this. There we go. All right. So, Bam Biere. It's a farmhouse style ale. It's an artisan farmhouse ale that is golden, naturally cloudy, bottle conditioned, and dry hopped for a perfectly refreshing bottle of spicy malts, hops, and yeast. There you go. Perfectly balanced of malts, hops, and yeast. I feel like most beers fall under that category. It looks like, looking at the variants list on the side of this page, they make like a different Bam beer every year. Well, not every year. There's a 2022 variant. I don't know what the difference is between that one and the one that I've got. I'm not sure. But we've got this one, and let's give it a try. Cheers, everyone. I gotta like make sure I know which camera I'm looking at now. Oh, yeah, that is pretty tart. It's like tart, like really unsweet lemonade. Not like purposely unsweetened, but you know how sometimes like lemonade is just kind of bitter? It kind of reminds me of that. It kind of reminds me of like a bitter lemonade. I do still get a lot of Pilsner vibes. That's definitely what's coming through the most for me. I'm going to shut my windows quick. Oh, my battery's dead. That's why. I was like, good thing I have a second webcam now. We're going to the reserve battery now. My I use my old cell phone. There we go. I gotta charge this tonight. I gotta put this somewhere. I use an old cell phone as the camera. This one that we're looking at right now. This one over here. And I just like in the process of closing the windows noticed the pop-up that said turn on extreme battery saver, and it had 4% battery left, which is not good. All right, let's get to this again. So in the process of making beer, I understand more now. I understand what dry hopping is. Most of the time, the flavor that you get from hops comes during the boiling, but then you can also add hops as it's fermenting, and that's called dry hopping. And I did that for a beer that I made, and I was nervous, but it actually, like, the thing is, I don't know what it tasted like without it. That's the thing. I guess I don't really know what flavor the dry hopping added because I didn't have some beer that didn't have that in there. Really, what I should have done is I should have split the batch in half and had one half dry hopped, one half not. I'll have to remember that for next time. But what it lends itself to is like kind of an aftertaste of hops, but not the overall taste of hops, in my opinion. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Is that it doesn't necessarily, the beer doesn't taste like hops, but it's got that feeling of hops, you know? I'm still really firm on the lemonade. Like that flavor is really coming through. You know, they say spicy malts. I'm not sure. To me, this tastes like a lemony pilsner. Now, maybe that's what a saison is, because I know a saison sometimes is kind of sour. Like it toes the line with like a goza and like just a normal sour beer. So maybe that's like the boundary that they've eked into. I'm not sure. I will say though, naturally cloudy. Yeah, I mean I can kind of see through it, but not a ton. It is very good. It's kind of got a great, you know, they said perfectly balanced. I have to agree. Oh, I didn't get a photo yet. Oops. Amateur hour. All right, I got my picture. I only thought about it because the light is dead here, and I was like, oh, it's not gonna look good in a photo. And it's like, well, I haven't even taken a photo yet. Um, yeah. Let's open up Untappd. I was like, I'm very scatterbrained right now. I'm a fan. This is a very crisp. It's very refreshing. It's light. Like it's 4.5%. Like it's basically a light beer. I think the designation for light beer is anything under 5. So it's a light beer. It's super easy to drink. It's insanely refreshing. Hey, one of my friends has had this. My cousin's had this, and he gave it a 4. I think you're onto something, Justin. I think you're onto something. I like this quite a bit. Yeah. I'm struggling to come up with another flavor profile. Like in my mind, it's just that pilsnery, lemonish kind of. That's it. Whatever the combination of the malts, hops, and yeast that they're talking about, that's the flavor that they're ending up with. Honestly, it's just super easy to drink. Like it feels even lighter than a Miller Lite, you know? It has flavor, but it drinks easier than like a shitty light beer, you know? Um I think that I don't know what not much to say about that, you know, it's hard to complain about something like that. I feel like I had a pretty big dinner. I feel like I could still drink this and not feel bad. Normally, sometimes like on the show, the beer like really fills me up because I had a big dinner. This is not the case. It goes well with a full stomach. It drinks fine, drinks easily. And the thing is, it tastes good. It just tastes kind of like lemonade, like a beer lemonade, but not a shandy. It's not quite a shandy, but it's pretty close. Like, actually, I would say it's pretty close to a shandy. Don't I love myself a shandy? Who doesn't? Or who doesn't love a good shandy? Especially when like it's fresh lemonade mixed into it. It just makes every beer more drinkable until it gets too sweet. But like, yeah. Yeah, what's there not to like? Welcome back, by the way. It's so nice to hear from you again. I hope you've been doing well. I hope your summer was great now that we're not technically in fall, but it feels like fall. It's like a lemony pilsner and in my opinion really close to a shandy. So easy to drink. Light, crisp, refreshing. Tell me that it feels like fall when you come down to Florida. Hey, I'll come down to Florida anytime. Well, not right now. It's kind of like hurricane season. Let me tell you, HBG, the other morning, actually this morning, left the house at like 4:30 in the morning and it was 41 degrees outside. It's chidgy, man. It's chidgy out. I like it though. I really like it. I like having the windows open. I also like having the windows closed and just the house kind of being cozy. It's lovely. I love this weather so much. Light, crisp, refreshing. What's there not to like? Goes down quickly and makes me wish I had more. No big storms right now. It's been a calm first half. So hot this weekend, my AC gave out. Oh no. You're in like the exact opposite of me. I had the heat on this week. I think on Wednesday or Thursday, I had to turn the heat on because the house got down to like 62 degrees. And that's a little cold. Also, it never got above 60 one day, so. All right, I think I've got my review. It's 7:30. Let's read it out and get it checked in. I just want to add the flavor profile of lemon. Lemony. There we go. One more sip for good measure. Look like a young J.E. Skeets. I have no idea who that is. I've never heard that name before in my life. Genuinely. It's the professional name of a Canadian NBA TV host. Okay. Yep. There's a reason why I would not know. A basketball podcaster. Okay. I see what you mean. Similar facial hair. I get it. Actually, I get it a lot. Yeah. That tracks. That tracks. I've actually been meaning to shave. I need to trim the beard down before I leave town. All right, here is what I have to say about Bam Biere. I said this beer is so good. It's like a lemony pilsner, and in my opinion, really close to a shandy. So easy to drink. It's light, crisp, and refreshing. What's there not to like? It goes down quickly and makes me wish I had more. I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5. And I said it was lemony. It was sour. Actually, it's not sour. It's tart. Lemony, tart, light-bodied, and dry. Let's get it checked in. 4.5. That's we haven't had one that high in a while. We have not had a beer that ranked high in a while. That is beer number 613, by the way. 613. Way, what's going on? Howdy. Hope you're doing well. Sure you don't want to run it through chat? Nah. Everything comes from straight off the dome, or I don't need an AI to tell me that I'm a good writer. I know. Alrighty, that's everything for this week. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Blues Brews Reviews. We'll be back next week with another one, so be sure to tune in, and I hope to see you there. Cheers, everybody.